Where do I go from here? What am I gonna do? Where do I go from here? It's time that I make my move. Where do I go from here? I'm tired of playing them fools. Where do I go from here?
What's up, y'all? This your boy Coach
Feel like
Marshall.
I'm born to lose.
What's up, y'all? What's up? This your boy Coach Marshall coming to you from the live in the More Than the Coach show. Excuse me, always messing up for some reason. But tonight, y'all, it's an honor. I got a special guest coming on tonight, y'all. Not only is he a podcaster, but he family. You feel me? Family. Y'all, a lot of y'all know him. If you don't know, you're gonna know tonight. For real. Or as his motto say, they done fucked around. Simple and plain. You know what I'm saying? So y'all, I ain't gonna hold up and get off into a whole bunch of videos, but I do gotta give two things out, y'all. Don't forget, this Saturday at the legendary event center, Just Laughs comedy show, y'all. May 25th, showtime at 8 p.m. 1942 Joslin Street, Saginaw, Michigan. You got Mike Chase, Unc Smooth, Craig Capone, and Mike Larry. If y'all missed the first comedy show, you definitely want to be there for this one, y'all. And also, y'all, you know what it is. It's that time of the year, BV All Class Reunion, put on by the class of 1981. It's going to be jumping. Tomorrow, you got the meet and greet. Saturday, you got the cookout. And then you got an after party Saturday night. And then Sunday is chill day out at the BV Community Center Park. And you know your boy Coach Marshall gonna be out there Saturday with the More Than the Coach show. So y'all stop in, give me some love, just kick it with your boy for a minute. All right, for sure. And also before I get going any further, y'all, please like, subscribe, and share. I need some more followers. I ain't begging, I'm just asking y'all, straight up. But tonight, y'all, hey, it's a pleasure and it's an honor, y'all. We got tonight my little cuz, Mike Donald, straight up on the show. Also from TDFA Podcast. They done fucked around. Podcast, if y'all didn't know. So, hey, ladies and gentlemen, y'all welcome tonight, my little cuz. Mike, what's happening, my brother? Uh-oh. Can you hear me? I think we having some. I don't know why we be having issues. You still can't hear me, cuz? I hear you. Hold on, he getting this situated.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We live, cuz. How you
I
doing
can't
tonight?
hear you.
What? I don't wonder what's going on. Man, this be tripping around here all the time. Still can't hear me?
1 second.
I hear you perfect, cuz. I hear you loud and clear. But we gonna get it. We gonna
Yo,
get it.
yo, I got you.
Okay, okay.
Yo,
All right. What's happening with you, cuzzo? Can you hear me, cuz?
yeah, I hear you.
Oh, all right, bet. Well, what's happening with you, Mike? Welcome to the More Than the Coach podcast, fam.
Man, what's happening? What's happening, y'all? How y'all doing?
Man, you know, it's always an honor, fam, always to kick it with you. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And enjoy having you on the podcast tonight and everything. So, man, I gave a little brief intro. You know, I know you're a family man. You know, you're a brother. You're working hard. You're a man that get it from the mud, as I always say. You know,
Yeah.
you started from the bottom, man. So why don't you elaborate a little bit more and tell my listeners more about you?
I'm Mike Donald, man. I'm the CEO of TDFA podcast and now clothing company and edits. So
Mhm.
I just started off, man. Shit, just a dollar in a dream, man.
Mm.
Uh, like how they say, man, just throwing shit on the wall, whatever stick. And like I used to hear like old cats, man, that like my pops or just old cat, my uncles, my granddaddy, man, like that instilled a lot of stuff up in me, man.
Mhm.
That I saw, man, that kind of give you little jewels along the way, man. So,
Oh yeah.
along my time when I was messing up with just, what I mean? In my time, bro,
Yes,
I
sir.
always thought about that shit. Like, so you, I really felt like, man, everything that I done did, like, what I mean? That, like, no matter what you did, you always think about the right later on down the line.
Mhm.
So, with that, man, I kind of actually started to, my mind started to change. You change the way you think, man, every day, man. You should. But
That's
so with
right.
that being said, man, I wanted to like instill something up in my own way, but show different avenues in my own way too, man. The same people that you
Mhm.
could be that you could run across, man, that you could say hi to or might not say hi to, that is the same person probably change your life, man. So
That's real.
I kind of actually, man, just just knowing certain people that I knew for the right reason and some for the wrong, man, at the
Mm.
time we was all up in our life. So half of these podcasts and shit, like it just be coming from people I just done ran into or just rubbed elbows with along the way of my journey when I was either good or bad. But now you seeing the growth of everybody. You know what I mean? So and
Exactly.
the whole volume to me, man. Like everybody I do interviews with, I pretty much still talk to or I stretch out to every chance I get or try to,
Yep.
man. But we still have we building, you know what I mean? And it's the same
Mhm.
way, man. So and I take heed of that, man. And it's just I started off, man, just uh even just like just trying to have people to believe it, not just having people believe in me, man, but you still when you trying to just take off, man, if they don't even know that you even got a podcast, then they really
Mm.
ain't trying to deal with you, you know what I mean? Or
Exactly.
man, until some pop or you know what I mean? But I
Yep.
always
That's
still
true.
stayed it the same way, man. I stay consistent and still try to put my own craft into what I'm doing, man.
And you doing a damn good job out there too, Mike. I'm
I
a I'm
appreciate
gonna elaborate just a little bit on. I was a guest on your show,
it.
not
Yeah,
knowing what we know now, and
right.
and then so me and Mike, we started chopping it up after a few months ago, and y'all, it was crazy because he kept. I'm looking at pictures when I was doing this podcast, for all the podcasters, and I kept seeing this dude in this picture, and I'm like, man, that's my cousin. And then I had to ask you. I text you that day, and I was like, hey, man, what's your pop's name? And when you told me, man, I kind of
Yeah,
like dropped my phone, like, damn.
yeah,
All this time I'm talking to this guy, and his dad is my cousin, y'all. First
yeah,
cousin at that.
yeah,
That's where family reunions is lost at. Where
yeah.
people don't get together and know their family and everything. And ever since then, man, we've been chopping it up and been kicking it like we've been cousins since the cradle. You know what I'm
And it's
saying?
crazy, man, cause even with your little brother, bro, like he stayed
Yep.
right next to me, like that's my little brother regardless, and I always
Yeah.
treat him like you know what I mean. But
Yep.
it's like somebody asked me, man, and big shouts out, rest in peace, man, my granddaddy Boom, man, but
Yes, sir.
Boom, he always had electronics, man. He always
Mm.
had like the newest everything,
Hmm.
man. You know what I mean?
Always.
I go to my grandma's house, I get a good meal, and I get a good DVD burnt, like you know what I mean? And I'm getting it from my granddaddy, got all the latest, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
And I'm just like, granddaddy, what's this? And me, I'm back and forth, man, just up on my journey, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And I'm coming and he teaching me stuff. And this was like this my pop's like, you know what I mean? So it's like, man. And I'm
That's
looking,
something.
man, and I'm like, man, it's just like, you know what I mean? It's amazing, man.
It is,
Uh,
man.
and, rest in peace to my grandma Nadine too, man. We
That's
just
right.
lost her
That's
too,
right.
man. So,
And to
yeah,
all our cousins out there, man, and my cousins, your uncles, and even your auntie Mary, my cousin, may she rest in
yeah,
peace. I just talked to
yeah,
Christine the other day. So
yeah,
like I said, it's a small world, man, and It was just
Yeah,
something meant to be that, the universe brought us together, and it was
yeah,
through podcasting. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
And
So
it's
that's cool.
crazy, man, because we actually it's crazy, man. It's kind of like it's you started your podcast when your dad died.
Yes, sir.
I started my podcasting literally when my dad died. Like, you
Yes,
know what I mean?
sir.
Like, literally, like
Yep.
less than 24 hours. I'm out of
Hmm.
town, bro. I've been out of town, like, you know what I mean? And like, man, I was out of town, man, and uh like man, just like, man, I was on my way back to Saginaw. Like, you know what I mean? I
Mm.
ain't gonna lie,
Yeah.
man. Like, man, just like, man, I still got a job. I had a job, and I'm like, man, uh, it just, man, I'm finna just go back. And you
Hmm.
know what I mean? I swear, man, it's just crazy. You'll meet the right people. And I ain't never told this the full story, but it's crazy how you'll meet the right people, man.
Hmm.
Amina, shout out to Amina Al Bashar. You know what I mean? I was like, man, I'm finna get me a hotel. I'm finna work out this last little week. I'm gonna go to Saginaw. Like, nah. And this, I'm staying in Cleveland at the time. So they like,
Yeah.
nah. So I'm like, man, nah, cause so it's like, breakup, bad breakup, you know what I mean? So I'm like,
Hmm.
man, I'm finna just go back. So it's like, man, I these people, man, you know what I mean? They're not even from this country, man. Like, I was like, man, it's crazy how everything ended up happening. But the MMA fighter, man,
Yep.
uh, man, so I worked with his sister for years, man. I done seen his mama. They mom died. So I was there with them, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Just you know what I mean? To try to be big bro, you feel me? When they
Yeah.
people died. So you know what I mean? Now he fighting, so it's like, man, I'm just trained. Like, we training, like sparring and
Hmm.
just doing everything, man. So it's like, man, I'm pushing. You know what I mean? So I'm meeting all of these UFC fighters, photographers, and before I even knew what I was gonna be, man. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
they know me as the cameraman before I even started TDFA, and that was from the
Hmm.
UFC or MMA gyms, man. And I was just, you know what I mean, just because I wanted him to channel it, because I knew he lost his mom. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So and well, they all did. You know what I mean? So it's like I played the big brother role, like right then. So then
That's
after
something.
that, man, long story short, man, like I moved. And we all, you know what I mean? I moved, man, and my pops died. So he like, bro,
Hmm.
just channel that shit and just do what you want to do. And
Hmm.
that was, you know what I mean? I was like, start that podcast. I'm like, I ain't got nobody to podcast. You feel me?
Hmm.
He like, man, you
That's right.
podcast me. I remember that was my first video, and we shot it right here, same
That's
room, same
crazy.
everything. And
That's
so
crazy.
it's,
So,
it's,
cuz,
it's
I gotta ask you though, where did the name TDFA come from? I know what it means, but where did it come
uh,
from?
honestly, dog. So TDFA, man, it actually mean they done fucked around, but it came from, man, actually it mean everything to me, man. Like,
Mm.
man, if you actually, man, think about it, man, could lose your life for everything that you ever thought about doing or just whatever, right? And
Yep.
probably not even for you, for everybody else. I mean, we just got to keep it real, bro, about a lot of everything.
Yeah.
I used to have so many people outside my mama house, bro, and we just be kicking it. And,
Hmm.
they could tell you all the good shit about everything, man. But when it all go down, bro, when mail call, it's just little shit like that. When mail call come around, and you just seeing you in the joint, and you seeing like a few little letters and shit, and you really gotta
Hmm.
channel this shit. You can't blame nobody else but yourself. You can't
That's
depend
true.
on these people to, you know what I mean? But I always, the younger me was like, they don't fucked around. Like, you know what I mean? I swear,
Oh
man.
yeah.
And it was like I always just kept saying that shit. Like, mail call come around, man, the rock get quiet. Like, you feel me? And it's
Yep.
like, bro, I'm getting all ones from the same people. You know what I mean? My grandma, you know what I mean? But it's like the tools and fuse help, but that channel something, man. And
Yeah.
I learned to channel something up in a
Hmm.
certain way, man, because of my mishaps. And you channel something up in a different way. When you find out somebody died, you can't go, you can't, you know what I mean? You gotta figure out how you could, you know what I mean, muster that or just cover it up.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? There's no
That's
way, you
true.
know what I mean? So it's like they taking you from, and I wasn't just up in Michigan. I was way across the country, so it's like you gotta
Wow.
plan a trip just to come see me. You know what I mean? So
Damn.
yeah,
That's something, man. Well, I love that name because I ain't gonna lie to you. That was my fantasy football name, but it was fuck around and find out. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? And it all happened one day at work. Dude was pissing me off, and I kept saying that to him. I said, "Hey, you gonna fuck around and find out, bro."
yeah,
And then come to find out and hook up with you, and then you got the whole name, and I was just like, man, the universe, bro, is deep. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? Well, I'm glad that what you doing because you did elaborate a little bit. Not only are you podcasting and you got a lot of great shows, even some stuff, man, you done talked about that you're gonna show the world soon. But
yeah,
man, now your clothing line taking off.
yeah,
You got some fire, y'all.
yeah,
One of the biggest things I like when you tuck it, you got it on the chest, but when you hit that shoulder, man, that was yeah. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
And
Totally different.
yeah,
Hmm.
that was a look. She finna get geeked for this one though. But yeah, man, that was something that we worked out, man. And shout
Okay.
out to baby for doing it though. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
that was another thing. Like, but it's just man, learning and growing, man. I ain't finna
Yeah.
sit here and just be like everything. Just you know, I
Oh
grinded
yeah.
just I messed up just like a lot of other people. But it took a lot to just even sometimes man, you could be going up in one direction
Mm.
and another door just open. You know what I mean?
That's
And
right.
that's the whole point, man. To every house that you walk in,
Yeah.
you got a back door, a side. That's what they got windows for. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So it's like, man, I tried to just switch it up, man. And I know a lot of people, man, they do whatever they do up in their own way. And
Hmm.
I just do too. Like, you know what I mean? I
Oh
can't
yeah.
be nothing else but myself. So like
That's right.
sometimes, man, like I just do I like music. I include some music or a lot of these people, man, I'm actually starting to promote, man, just in the city and outside the city, man. They take
Hmm.
notice, man, and they actually, so these people that I'm actually playing the music, you know what I mean? It's deeper than rap. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some people like, why you be playing? Cause like if you know what I mean, we finna see in a minute. That's all I'm gonna
Oh
say
yeah.
about it.
That's
You know
all you
what I
can
mean?
tell them.
Yeah,
I know we gonna collab on a couple things too, and
yeah,
we'll keep
yeah,
that under the wrap till it happen.
yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? So, cuz what is one thing that people misunderstand about you, man? If it's something about you that they misunderstand, what is it?
Uh everything, man, that they done fucked around. Everything that they said, bro, you could wake a person up. You know how you wake the dead, bro, sometimes? Like,
Hmm.
bro, I done heard it. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes so basically it's like, bro, you can't change, like, you know what I mean? Cause I already done heard it before. I done heard it when I
Yeah.
ain't had nothing. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? So if you hate up on a person when they ain't had nothing, bro. So by the time when you start getting something, it's like, bro,
Mm.
I done like, you know what I mean? It's just like learning your own, bro. Sometimes, man, when you start to be when you know what I mean, getting grown and just learning yourself or just knowing who you is as a person,
Yeah.
man. My insecurities turned into securities, and that's just everybody, man. But then
Mhm.
a lot of my I live with a lot of regrets, and then you
Mm.
start living with, you know what I mean, and
Yeah.
second guesses, and you know what I mean, and you think about a lot. So I switch it up a
Excuse me.
little bit, man. So you could think about, man, like 5 or 10 minutes of me just thinking some or doing some bullshit or have to change your whole output, to change
Mm.
your whole life. 10
That's right.
years, 5 years, or whatever. So you think about it. Everything that I've been known to do, bro, that was faulty or bullshit, bro. Let that be, cause yo can't nobody tell your story but you at the end of the day. So if you
That's it.
spend 20 years doing bullshit, spend 40 if you die at 60 doing, you know
Mhm.
what I mean? You know what I mean?
Making a
The
difference.
right
That's
shit.
right.
So
That's
that's
right.
what I do, bro. And
That's cool.
at the end of the day, it's fair exchange. Ain't never been no robbery. And that's been,
Mm.
you know what I mean, my little slogan, man. Cause
Mhm.
uh and that's why I actually give back. It's to give back at first, man. You know what I mean? And it took off, man. It could be bigger than what you ever expected, man. And
Exactly.
you know, and it's actually people that's trustworthy now. Like I can't. That's why I don't even like. I am be honest, bro. I don't. I'm doing all this on me, bro. Like you know what I mean. I don't slap the
Mhm.
like you'll never see no hit the like button and no cash app tag or you know what I mean. I ain't like
Mhm.
I ain't podcast panhandling like you know what I mean. Like I don't need
I
it to
feel
like,
you.
and I ain't knocking nobody else though. But like
Yeah,
bro, it's all like it's all me, bro. We gonna get there one way or another. And I ain't knocking
that's
nobody
right.
else, but that just ain't my you know what I mean? That ain't how you know what I mean? So it's
Oh
just
yeah.
different for me,
'Cause
man. So
it's gonna come, man. Like we said, man. Our hustle
mm,
is our hustle. As long as you stay true to that grind,
yeah,
in due time, it's gonna work out.
yeah.
So, Mike, who is the most influential person in your life? I always mess that word up.
My most influential, man, it got to be my granddaddy, man.
Mm,
Uh
mm,
and shout outs to Deacon Donald, man. You know, James
mm-hmm.
Donald, man, senior, man. But yeah, man, it's my granddaddy, man.
Yes,
Uh
sir.
he told me, man, like, man, it's just, you know, I'm gonna be honest, man. My granddaddy the type, bro, he don't, you know, like he hard on you. You feel me? He might,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? So it's like you gotta show him something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You run a 50, he want you to run 100. He won't say it though. You feel me?
Yeah.
He won't
Oh
say it
yeah.
though.
They
You'll
give you
show
that look.
emotion. You feel me?
They give
So
you
it's
that
just
look.
like, man, but so I actually starting to listen. And you know what
Mm.
I mean? That's the whole point. Like, you know, he taught me to listen, man. So
Mm-hmm.
but he also taught me the Bible and also taught me like grounds and just certain stuff you stand on, man. So
That's right.
uh everything that I go on now, man, like you know what I mean, is just principles, morals, you know what I mean? And that's not. So you gotta still think
Mm-hmm.
about, man, a lot of people sweep a lot of shit up under the rug, bro. Like, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? And you can't do that up in life. You still gotta, you know what I mean? You
Yeah.
gotta battle all of that shit. And a lot of people jump up on here, bro. I use this blue app, this free app, man, to try to promote me
Mm.
and making money, bro. A lot of people be up on here on bullshit and say this blue app is used for anything. You could be anything you want. It's the
That's right.
same way they told you in school when they start praying, you know what I mean? But then they took that
Yep.
out of you know what I mean? So it's the way, bro. So it's like, bro, I
Mm.
can't nobody tell me like how to promote you, bro. And they corner every market to just corner this shit, man.
That's
Uh
true.
country people ain't telling Garth Brooks don't drop no other album or don't do this, man. It's
Mm.
like we the only people that like try to, you know what I mean? So they done fucked around. So it's
Mm-hmm.
deeper than me. Like I be telling people, bro, if we just covered this up and just, you know what I mean? And they just hear my voice, it'd be different, bro. But so some people got to look at their own self. Like I didn't,
That's
you know what I mean?
true.
I ain't the same person yesterday as I was, you know what I mean? But then you still got to deal with that too, kind of like
Mhm.
being a businessman, like you know what I mean? And
Oh
then
yeah.
you gotta be honest with yourself about certain stuff,
That's
man. You
right.
know. So
Especially in this field we in, man, because if you get out here and you be on all that BS gonna get sought out and people gonna see it.
yeah,
If you ain't genuine. So,
yeah,
that's one thing about what I like. I like surrounding myself and dealing with genuine people,
yeah, yeah,
and probably in my 54 years of living, I can count them on this hand who genuine, you know what I'm saying? On
yeah,
these hands, I should say. So you right
yeah.
about that though. That's for real. So where do you see yourself in 5 years from now? You and TDFA.
5 years from now, man. It's crazy. Like I just asked somebody else this, right? And it's like it's crazy, man, because it was like another podcaster or something, and like
Mm,
a lot of people getting into it, man. And
yeah.
I mean, that's good though. Like
Yep.
that's a new lane that everybody like. You know what I mean? A lot of people just because you know what I mean. So because you older than me or you started before me, that'll make you better than me. You could teach me
Hmm.
something, but you know what I mean. So I
That's right.
understand, man. A lot of podcasters, like corner them or try to or just blackball like that ain't gonna work, bro. Like they
Nah,
like what they like, bro.
that's right.
But for me, it's like, man, actually for people to just actually just see what I'm doing and going about it a different way. Like I'm I just don't put out stuff. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
everything I put out is like I'm sinking you to the next move I'm finna do. You know what I mean?
Mm. Yep, I feel it.
So it's an art, and I feel like I don't know, man. Like I feel like now it's like at the first year, man, I started with like show and tell. Like the
Mm.
old song say show and tell. But now it's like, man, you don't even know what your base is at the time. So it's levels to, you know what I mean? Everything
That's
that you
true.
do. I think now, man, is like I'm learning too, man. Like you can't do bullshit. You can't sip from both cups. You know what I mean?
Mm.
You
That's
can't
right.
do a whole bunch of bullshit, bro, in life and then expect motherfuckers to like, you feel me? Like uh uh support the new you, but like, well, the new that they, but it take time though. It take growth. So like,
Oh yeah.
people wake up and be like, oh, I ain't the same person, but they gotta
Mm.
see it. They want to see it.
Yeah,
They
they
want
gotta
to like,
see
you
it.
know what I mean? So I'm actually starting to learn that, man.
Yeah.
And
And like you said,
with
it take a
that, like
lifetime.
sometimes your past will like hold you back too. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But you just gotta just keep grinding, man. So you can't let that, like, so that mean what? Go up in the corner and sit down because they don't feel like you know what I mean? Up next.
Mhm.
No,
That's
you
true.
can't think like that. You know what I
That's
mean?
true.
So
So I'm gonna ask you this because I know it kind of like irritate me when you hear people say you still doing your little podcast.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I can't stand that shit when people say that. But
yeah,
at the other end, I got to think about like you just said. I ain't doing it for them anyway. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? It's like we said, and I always take what Draymond Green say. We the new media. There's many avenues, many lanes, and you just got to choose the right lane, and your group and your followers gonna follow anyway. You know,
yeah,
I was just talking to my son about how most of my listeners from out of town, out of the
yeah,
city of Saginaw. It was crazy,
yeah.
you know. But I ain't gonna let that stop me because I'm gonna keep doing what I do.
I mean, but it's just like everybody else. And I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. This right here up on M.T.A.C, man. More than the Coach podcast, man. My best, well, one of my best interviews. I like totally fucked off. You feel me?
Hmm.
I'm be honest, bro, because around the time I was getting so many big interviews, bro, and like that was one of them ones I kind of like dropped the ball. And I can be honest up on this show, man. You live
Yeah,
and learn, bro.
that's right.
But Woodward Sports, like I didn't though, like you know what I mean. That's why I never go live though because I try to edit and do my own little thing, man.
Hmm.
But um, yeah, man, it was like one of those things where it wasn't about sports. It was like the middle of sports. I still got the, you know what I mean. It was middle of off season for everything, and I let
Yeah.
like the outside, you know what I mean? Because it's before everything actually just started really taking off. But I'm getting so many interviews and so many calls. And right now, I still got these same people number up in my phone, and I still like we still chop it. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But it's like, man, you just don't know where you going at the time, man.
That's
You
right.
know what I mean? So now it's like before I wake up, I still wake up for me. But
Hmm.
it's like, man, you got an agenda now and people waiting on certain, you know what I mean? So it's like now I feel like, man, okay. Well, I still do it up in my own way, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So
That's sweet. I respect that. So when you not listening to your podcast, working on your podcast, who do you listen to?
as far as podcasting,
Or podcasting, yeah.
oh man, listen. I'm actually, man, I'm listening to local. I'm listening to you know what I mean, more than a coach, man. I'm watching Yacht Life Chronicles. Like I'm saying, I'm finna throw them
Hmm.
out there because I more than the coach podcast, Yacht Life Chronicles, Under the Limelight, 989. Let's see, Radiant Thoughts.
Hmm.
Um, William Brown, man. Yeah,
Hmm.
man, and we be having we bump heads, or little man. I ain't gonna lie though,
Hmm.
like I just gotta be a man. We bump heads about dumb shit, but it's just it is what it is. William
Yep,
Brown, so I don't be petty about. You know,
that's right.
shit. It's a few people, man. That
Thought
even like,
magazine.
yeah, Thor magazine. That's what I was finna say, man.
Mm-hmm.
Cat's Corner, man.
Yeah.
Uh, man. Meets the Goat. You know what I mean? Life
Mm.
with the Goat. My little brother, man. Y'all go check him out too, man.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people, man. That actually, man. This is what we all understand, man, but you don't never know like a person potential. You don't even know your potential. So the whole time, man, while I was
Mm.
actually trying to build people up, but just get people to fuck with me, like the first,
Yeah.
excuse my French, but the
No,
first,
you
like,
good.
cause you don't know, like where avenue you at. So it's like, man, you just trying to stay afloat at the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
That's
I mean?
true.
And a lot of people just, man, just gotta understand, bro. When you coming up in the business, you gotta know the difference between it ain't no such a thing as thirsty or just hungry is
Mm-hmm.
everything. You feel me? Ain't no such
Yeah.
thing. You gotta eat, bro. So
In
it's like,
fact.
man, I'm gonna stretch out. You never know. I'm gonna turn over every rock that could be turned over.
Hmm.
And it just so happened, man, that like a lot of people take notice. I don't do live, man, because I know, man,
Mm-hmm.
uh people, you know what I mean, you nervous. We both nervous, you know what I mean? You
Mm-hmm.
can say something, you know what I mean? So I take it out, bro. That's what I really like. And I it's been a lot that been said that make uh that probably could have ended a lot of people or just, you know what I mean, shunned them or did whatever. Like, and
Yeah.
I knew that it was, you know what I mean? So I took it out. So I think my relationships with people like go a little farther, bro. And I ain't, you know what I mean? It can't even, it could be local or whatever, but
Oh
a
yeah.
lot of those relationships go farther because they think that I still wasn't just up on just like no clickbait or just he said
Mm-hmm.
this or you know what I mean, like
That's
and just
true.
ran with it, man. So you know,
That's true. But one thing I'm gonna tell you, because you named off some great podcasts, and then I just did one, like you said about the live stuff. I've been having a lot of issues lately with some of the streaming platforms, so I might end up changing some new direction too in my new season,
hmm
coming up next month. Because man, I just did a powerful one with some lady podcasters, man.
yeah,
You know, Kat was on there.
yeah,
You had Shay Parker from Sipping Chat.
yeah,
Met met a couple new female podcasters, man.
yeah.
Um,
Shouts out to Diamond too. That's cuz too, man.
yeah,
That's yeah.
yep,
So yeah, that's
Diamond was
cool.
on there, and
Yeah,
then we had who was the Nicole Please podcast, and the other one by Elisa McDowell. It's called Dick and Conversations, but I'm gonna go and say it. But that
yeah,
threw me off. But hey, I understand the message behind the name.
yeah,
So we got a lot of strong women podcasters out here too. So
yeah.
that's a good thing, man.
And
I
see,
I,
that's
I love it.
that's the thing about it, man. The whole point about it, man. It feel good to like actually, man. Uh, actually have people like even if local people they don't get it at the time or they ain't picking up
Hmm.
on it, I ain't knocking it, but certain people, man, like I just, you know what I mean? So when you actually start to do certain shit and you look at a share or somebody shared or you looking at the share, it feel good to actually see platforms sharing my shit now.
Yeah.
Like that's where I'm like, bro, like that speak volume. So like, you know
Yes.
what I mean? And it's different. It ain't local now. Like, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like
That's
so
true.
yeah, man. So and with Jermaine Franklin, man, and big ups to him, man. During the Jermaine Franklin fight when he was in uh 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 the British, bro. He was over across the pond, bro. He was
Hmm.
in London. I had the interview with Lorenzo Reynolds, and that's right before they hit the ring and
Wow.
training, and you know what I mean. So it's like I that's big ups, bro. Like them for them to even, you know what I mean,
Yeah, to
rock
take
with
that
me,
on.
man. Yeah, you
Exactly.
know what I mean? And that's what I be saying. Even if like the whole point about it, if I can't get you the main artist, I'm gonna get somebody next to him and
Hmm.
literally, like, you know what I mean? And then I just ain't talking about I'm trying to actually see or showcase people that could stay right next to you, man.
That's
And
right.
that's big shots outs to Charles Rogers, man. You know what I mean? My neighbor, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Hmm.
man, we throw
Nah,
footballs and jumped across like man, it's just so much, man.
but
And like
I think today or yesterday is his birthday, man.
yeah, it's
You
today,
know.
man.
Yep.
And
So happy
big
birthday,
shouts out
Chuck.
to Stuart Swagger, man. And
Yeah.
you know, like a lot of people don't actually be giving but I know for sure how much that mean to a lot of people, man. I talked to Stu, man. Matter of fact, I called him, man, and you know, that's just big ups, bro. Like, you know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? A lot of athletes and a lot of other people. Like that's another thing, man. I look back up in my phone, man, and I swear, man, th- it, I'm happy certain people pick up. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Cause you gotta be real with yourself, man. 10 years ago, bro, like the people I have in my phone, man, like they comfortable with me having their number, bro, and it
Exactly.
feel good, man. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
uh, that just one-on-one numbers, man. Athletes, a few celebrities, man. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
they see something in me, man. And while I'm trying to spotlight everybody else, man, I'm up under the light. You know what I mean?
There it
And
is.
it's
That's right.
years later, man, and they still going, man. Like
Well,
different camps and different, you know what I mean? So now it's
right.
like it's turning into a management or you know what I mean? Cause we the new A&Rs now. I
That's
keep
right.
saying that all the time, man.
Well, cuz I'm gonna tell you, man, you're doing an awesome job. One thing that you've been teaching me is the editing. You know,
Yeah,
I think he top notch with it. Even when I think, okay, he showed me something, let me take it and do this. Then I open my eyes up the next day. Damn, you done did something different.
yeah.
I seen it today when I watch. I'm like, okay, yeah,
Hey, man.
okay. And I
But
love it though. I love it,
yeah,
you
and that's
know.
another thing, man. Like I actually learned too, man. Uh, one thing about me, man. I'm gonna tell you. I actually have to. You got to be a different person when you starting a business. You want to be a businessman. You can't be the you know what I mean? If you was a fuck them niggas attitude when you was whatever
Hmm.
you was doing and you can't bring that same shit. That's like bringing the the streets to the internet. It won't mix. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
It
That's
won't
true.
mix. Controversy, yeah, but controversy ain't dollars. Most of the time it is. But you
Yeah.
know, I learned, man, like just a different ball game of just and I studied. Like that's what I'm actually say. I studied first,
Mm-hmm.
man. Before you could actually just a lot of people just look and say, man, you know how many people, man, just said, man, I'm gonna start me a podcast. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's
Hmm.
cool. We could all start something. We all
That's
started playing
right.
basketball too, like at an early age. And you know what I
That's
mean? We
right.
probably all hooping on high school and made went to college for it, but at a certain
Yep.
time, it's like, man, it's only an open window. You gotta stay advanced, man. And
Yep.
that's what I
Got
try to
to.
do, man. I just even when it might seem bored, what's old to you is new to somebody else.
There it is.
Yeah.
And you got to stay ahead of the game, like you said.
Yeah.
That's real. And then too, I see you started another show, Up in Smoke. You know, with your
Yeah.
bro now, man. I love it. I love the energy them guys bring to the show, man. You know,
Yeah.
what made you start that one up?
Well, everything that I actually did, man, that actually the Up and Smoke podcast was already started, but we
Okay.
was just you know, we was experimenting with it, man.
Okay.
And you know, at the end of the day, man, I ain't gonna lie, man, like uh with being black and you know my little brother meets the goat, it was kind of like, man, we both was we all well, I mean all three of us was doing our thing, but we just wanted to do a panel or whatever, you know.
Okay.
And it's kind of like, you know what I mean, it's different egos involved, you know what I mean, but we put all them shits to the side and just brought our
Yep.
different aspects. My brother, he had a podcast way before me, you know what I mean,
Mm.
and his
Okay.
shit took off. You know what I mean? But like now he doing everything. Like his platform, he started off on YouTube, man. Like now he
Mm.
over like 100,000, man, on
Damn.
TikTok. Natural, like natural. You feel me?
Yeah.
So So like that's like, man. So we like, man, bro. You come to a game plan where you trying to, man. I ain't gonna tell the whole
Oh
game
yeah.
plan, but
Oh yeah.
you corner the market, man, in a certain way, man. And then I start realizing that's another thing. I start realizing, man, they'll support you. They'll support what they think is real or what they think is moving at the time.
That's true.
So, uh, if it was actually had your name attached to it, then they won't do it. So that's kind of
Mhm.
like something I got up under the wraps too, man, with the new segment I got, man. But I got my hands in a lot of shit. And
Okay.
when my name ain't attached to it, I think that shit go up. You feel me?
Mm.
But I mean that was in my mind. That's what I thought in my mind. But
Okay.
but it might not be though. You know what I mean? A lot of people got for strange reasons, man. But we like numbers matter, man, and we finna get to it, man. And
Yeah.
content is content, man. So sometimes, man, I ain't never pressed the gas. Like I mash the gas, man. You gotta rev your engine sometime.
Mhm.
But this right here, man, I got all the attention from the right people, man, and I'm just
Yeah.
actually happy, man. I wouldn't have did it no other way, man. Because if I actually started it and I'm still doing everything that certain people can't do in state, you feel
Yeah.
me? And I'm doing it still out of state, man. And I'm happy that people still rocking with me for, you know what I mean? Just because I'm still uh showing spotlight to my city, man. Because
That's
that's
right.
the first thing that they'll say, man. He ain't never do this, you know what I mean? Or he ain't, you know what
Mhm.
I mean? But so you got to think, man. I already thought about it. I strategized, man. Every interview ain't interview worthy, but I
That's
still
true.
do a clip or just do like I done had some dry conversations, like only
Mm.
one, man. Like I had like one of those like you know what I mean, one of those dull moments up in the interview, but that was when I was first starting, man, and
Yeah. Cause
it
you
was
gotta
just like
learn, man. Yeah,
yeah,
like
man,
like with me for my first season, I ain't interviewed nobody. I think I interviewed Reg Baldwin was the only one.
yeah,
But other than that, I just went on people podcasts and talked.
yeah,
But mine was like you said, it wasn't on no YouTube. It was behind the scenes. You just heard my voice,
yeah,
So I just felt, let me get out here and, show my face a little bit. Let me show the man that's behind the more than the coach thing. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? But you said some powerful stuff though, cuz, and I appreciate that and respect that for real.
yeah, for
So
sure.
I got a couple other things. So one, how do it feel being on the other side where you normally the interviewer and now you being
Hey, I
interviewed?
was thinking about that, man. So, it was kind of like, man, I see why I be doing so much editing, man. You know what
Mhm.
I mean? Hey, after a couple, man, and I see why Drink Champs and everybody, you know what I mean? I keep
Mhm.
it, but I let them talk and I'll be, hey, woo, 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 and hit the, you know what I mean? Long
Mhm.
days work and you just trying to just chill, man, and I still get the interview in. So now it's like, yeah, man, you go and let them talk. You
That's
feel
right.
me?
That's right. Nah, you doing good on the other end of the spectrum
Nah,
on
man,
this,
but that's
man. That's
cool.
for real. That's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah. So when this all said and done, what you want to be remembered by?
Oh, that's a good one. Man, I gotta be honest, man. It's one of those things where it's the same as podcasting or
Mm.
anything else that you doing positive.
Mm.
What they gonna tell you? Don't think about that shit right now.
That's right.
So that's what I'm gonna tell everybody else, man. Like,
Hmm.
even though, man, but one thing for sure, bro, like I ain't chasing Jason. I'm straight. Like, you feel me? Like
Yep.
I'm really like, man, I'm trying to spotlight, man. If I hit you up, don't think like you feel me. Like this just what it is, bro. And I'm still doing everything up on my time, bro. My time, like I'm talking to a lot of industry, but I'm still trying to like, man, I'm trying to be that force to actually throw somebody through the door. And not
Hmm.
just for the wrong reasons. Like, yo,
Yeah.
man, like a lot of people got ulterior motives, man. And I'd have had them before, like you know what I mean. So it's
Mhm.
like I understand, bro. Like you know what I mean, but that's America. Like at this point, like you know what
Hmm.
I mean. All of like I'm being honest, man. A lot of people done did fucked up shit, but a
Yeah.
lot of people are like, it's cool for people to point the finger, but now it's like, bro, that time, bro. that exposed shit, that shit come back around because you still got to worry about next year and the year after that. Like, you
That's
know what I
right.
mean? So, like, yeah, that year might be the year of this shit, but then you got to worry about what the fuck gonna happen then. You know what I mean? So I just wake up, man, just man, just living with just people uh not feeling the same. Like, you know what I mean?
Yep.
I walk the streets perfect, bro. Like right now, man, because I know, like, you know what I mean? Ain't nobody waking up just like, bro. Like, you know what I mean? You might see a clip and get tired of it, but you know what I mean? That's just me. Hey, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? I gotta keep pushing that dog, man, because
Got you.
ain't nobody else gonna promote you but you. Ain't nobody else gonna do nothing for you but you, bro.
That's right.
So shit, you put it out there and you expecting a motherfucker, you push yourself as much as you feel like. If I feel like 100 motherfuckers gonna fucking support me, uh, I'm finna put out 100 motherfucking posts. You
That's
feel me?
right.
Or real shit, cause
That's
I gotta
right.
do the same shit these mother. You gotta meet them halfway.
That's
You know what I
right.
mean? So
No, that's true.
that's what I
That's
just yeah, man. So
I
sometimes, man, you
respect
get
that.
up in the business aspect of this shit is just like man, you realize like man, America, what's real, what's fake, man, and what they want to be real, and what they want to be everything. Because if not, man, they'll be further than you. And that's what I
Yeah,
had to realize, bro. If you
that's
listen to
true.
people, well, if it was that easy, bro, they
Mm.
done tried it and it
That's
ain't
right.
worked out. You know what I mean?
That's
But just
right.
because they know your address or where your mama stay, they try to smother your fire and say like, you know what I mean? And that's just
Hmm.
real talk, bro. Like, man.
No, that's real.
Man, he ain't doing that. Like, bro, no, anybody could do anything, man. And
Hmm.
that's kind of like where I'm at with it, bro. I try to spotlight everybody. So when you look up on this platform, you will see an industry person and then see a local person. And then cause
Hmm.
everybody even, bro, we had the same. Everybody was fucked up. Everybody did fucked up. You know what I mean? If I hope if you up on my platform, you done changed some bit. Cause I did, man. You know what I
That's
mean? So
right. And
yeah.
ain't nothing wrong with change neither,
Yeah.
man.
That's the
That's for
number one
real.
thing that people are scared of, bro.
Yeah. You got to be
Yeah,
willing to change,
yeah.
you know.
Number one.
Yeah. And I learned that even being the coach. You couldn't be that old school coach no more, especially in this new era of the youth that we deal with, because it's different. So if you
Yeah,
don't change, you're gonna be left behind.
yeah.
Simple and plain. So is
But
there
now
anyone?
it's like,
Go ahead.
man, it's like I'm gonna cut you off. But
No,
now
go
it's like,
ahead.
man, you gotta if you got any sense, man, you gotta think, man. You know what I mean? Like, you got any kind of sense, man, you gotta think not just for yourself, bro. When you walk out that door, bro, I just don't think for myself. You gotta think for everybody else.
Hmm,
You know what I mean?
that's true.
That's what's gonna get you far in life, man. So it
That's
be
for
like
sure.
these little jewels up in these podcasts, man. That's why I clip
Hmm.
them out, man, because we ain't just blabbering. You know what I mean? If you
No,
sit down, because now they say the new thing is in books. So if they already been putting it in books and they taking books, what do you think this coming from? What do we got to put our jewels at
man,
then? You know what I mean?
that's man.
So,
You hit
because a
it.
lot of people don't sit down and take the time to read a book. So a lot of
No,
people don't take the time to sit down and look at a podcast. That's why they put it in clips. The clips
that's
will go
right.
further than a podcast. You'll look at a clip for you look at the whole
That's
podcast.
right.
And I'm like, yeah, I synced that clip. You might sync that clip, but you ain't watched the whole. It's
That's right.
jewels up in everything, man.
And
And
then
where is they putting it
sometimes
at now?
when
They
they
ain't
get the
putting it in
clips,
books.
and sometimes when they get the clips, they will come back to watch episodes. Because I do the same thing with
Mm,
some of the podcasts I watch. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? I might not have been able to sit and watch that whole hour or something
Yeah,
worth of show.
and that's what
But,
you need too, man. And a lot of people,
hmm.
man, like that's what you need. You need like to actually draw your crowd, or you don't before you know what your crowd is, man. But actually, man, analytics, and that's where I actually started to get good at
Mm,
everything that I was like, man, I'm crunching numbers, man. I'm a numbers. Okay, well that ain't my crowd, or I tried to be this, or I tried to be that,
hmm.
and this it's all out of respect. I just ain't, you know what I mean? Because a lot of people ain't, you know what I mean? Like that just ain't my crowd. Like yo, motherfucker, I'm just like I can't do it. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's like I'm way more like you know what I mean. I ain't knocking, you know what I mean? Be yourself, but
Oh
that
yeah.
wasn't my crowd at the time, and I feel like that still ain't because we up on a different even though like I still like demonstrate and motivate. That's what I'm gonna say.
Okay. I respect that. And one last thing, what would you say to my listeners that's listening to Mike Donald today? What advice would you give them?
Uh, it ain't where you, it ain't where you from. It ain't where you, how much dirt they throw up on you, man. They done fucked
Mm,
around. Like let that shit be like, uh, let that shit be inspiration, man. Like a lot of people running from them. And they talk about demons and all the other shit, bro. That be you.
mm,
Like somebody told me, man, one day, man. Hey, I swear, I said, bro, I just be wanting to, you feel me? It just be something that just be wanting me to just. And the motherfucker said, I said it's like a demon. He said, no, nigga, that's you. You know that person that's talking to you? That's you, bro. It ain't
mm,
like they be trying to put more on to it, bro. No, that
mm,
motherfucker talking to you that up in your little head, that's you. You
mm.
know what I mean? So you
That's
are what
true.
you are, like, bro. Like, so at the end of the day, but it's like, man, focus, do you, man. Like, you know, man. Like, I guess I don't know, man. Like, I use this little
Mm.
blue app, man, for everybody use it for their own purpose. So I'd be wrong to
Yeah,
say otherwise, man. But
yeah, I
uh,
feel you.
actually, man, me sitting back and looking at everything and why I do it, and what I'm trying to do, because I never opened up, so it's actually kind of like a good thing, man.
Hmm.
About why I was doing it, because I never really wanted to explain it, you know what I mean? But now
Yeah.
I feel like deeper going up in it, that's how you gotta go further, man, is explaining your purpose for doing it, man. So I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, for real. You good, cuz. But man, I ain't gonna hold you because I know you're a busy brother. I
Yeah,
appreciate you taking the time out to sit down with me and
yeah,
chop it up, man. On the other spectrum with me interviewing you. You know
uh,
what I'm saying? As well, we're gonna always kick it. We're gonna always chop it up and can't wait till we collab on, our new adventure. Like we said, we keep that one in the wraps right now.
yeah, man,
But
for sure, for
you
sure.
know, but as the name of your podcast, they'll fuck around. For
Hey,
real.
for
They'll
sure.
fuck
And that's
around for
big.
real.
And that's big ups, man. And y'all
Hmm.
go check out, man. And I want to give you your tokens, cause actually, man, it take a lot, bro. Like they don't see it, bro. Like you know what I
Hmm.
mean. But we hold a lot of different realms of everything we doing, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of shit that we do, man, they'll pay a motherfucker to do actually when y'all see this shit, man. And, you know what I
Hmm.
mean? And this is, you feel me? But
That's right.
we cornering the market about a lot of shit, man. And you know what I mean? It's the family
Hmm.
thing, man, and the way you doing it, bro. And you still thinking about not just yourself, man, but everybody else. Like I just said, man, you gotta
Yep.
think for you and then what's best for you and everybody else, man.
That's right.
And a lot of people just be like selfish. Like you got to think
Hmm.
about that too, bro. Like you know what
That's
I mean?
right.
Selfish and only thinking about themselves. So I appreciate it, man. And
Yes, sir.
giving you tokens, man, for everything that you doing, bro. And
For
it's
real.
highly noted, man. So
For
you
real.
know what I mean?
Respect
Giving
that.
spotlight for everybody else, man. And still doing what you doing with your team, man. And you know what I mean? Still,
Hmm.
you know what I mean? And that's big volume, bro. Big up
Man,
to you.
I appreciate that, cuz, for real. Salute to you, fam.
So
But you already know we gonna definitely chop it up. Wish you was at the crib this weekend to stop by the BB reunion.
yeah,
But I know you doing your thing, man, and hey, I'm gonna be watching. Continue to follow, and we're gonna continue to talk outside the podcast and thing as family. You know what
yeah,
I'm
for
saying?
sure.
And hopefully I'm gonna send this to a lot of our cousins so they get to know who you are and know like, damn,
Sure.
we got a cousin out here we ain't know. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
sure.
So, man, it's always love. And man, you keep your head up and keep grinding and get some rest, bro. Cause I know you
Yeah,
ain't resting good because you're
man.
grinding all the time.
Man, hey, man, shit, I gotta stay grinding, man. You already know what it is,
I
man.
already feel
Hey,
you.
don't nothing come to you but a dream, bro.
There it is, for
Yeah,
sure.
for
All
sure.
right. Well, man, you have a good one, Mike. I appreciate you coming. Once again, thank you for being on the More Than the Coach platform. It's love, baby.
Hey,
For sure. All right. Peace.
yeah.
So as y'all see, man, I had a great interview with my cousin, Mike Donald from the TDFA Podcast. Young brother drop a lot of jewels, a lot of knowledge. Y'all make sure y'all check him out on his podcast. Hey, he got some heat, y'all. Always dropping. So I hope y'all enjoyed. Thank y'all for tuning in. And as always, hey, I'll catch y'all on the next one. It's your boy, Coach Marshall from the More Than a Coach podcast. Peace.